Hello?
Hi, Jean-Pierre.
Yes, is
Hi,
this
Jean-Pierre.
Steve?
It's Steve Bell.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
I just got your message. Do you got a moment right now?
Yeah,
Awesome.
that works.
Okay. So yeah, this is just I just want to interview you about our session yesterday. What was your biggest concern with AdWords?
Well, first of all, before attending the Edison Chamber of Commerce presentation, I only had a pretty vague idea of AdWords. Didn't really kind of understood the concept, but not necessarily the details. So the session was very some insights. And by understanding it a little bit better, it became less daunting. My major concern was that it's a form of advertisement, although you only pay when people click. The price of a click may vary. You may end up paying a lot of money. I didn't clearly these were my concerns, and I didn't really clearly understand how it could potentially help me, and that's why I went to the session. After the session, I think I had a better understanding of it, and certainly a greater willingness to try it.
And from our meeting yesterday, what did you find as a result of it?
Well, the meeting yesterday for me was very helpful. Allowed me to gel some of the ideas and things that were presented at the meeting in Edison, and discussions that I had with you. So it kind of gelled some of those different thoughts in a slightly more concrete way, allowing me to kind of put things into perspective. There is the tendency of trying to do everything, specifically with all the noise around social media. The feeling is that you have to do everything. You have to be in LinkedIn. You have to be in Facebook. You have to be on Twitter. You have to have a blog, and so on and so forth. And so I think the discussion we had kind of allowed me to think through this again and say, okay, maybe there are things we do, but what other things I can really focus on, and how I can leverage those things to allow me to implement my plan. So for instance, maybe I don't need to be on Facebook. Maybe I only need a limited presence on LinkedIn, but I need maybe to think about a blog. Maybe I need to also have a more focused strategy with AdWords, so that I can capitalize on more traffic on my website.
I see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because traffic is always important. I mean, just having a website is not very helpful by itself.
Right. I mean, obviously, you have to assume the website has something that is of interest to our customer base. But unless they know about it, they're not going to visit it. So how do we, one, bring them to visit the website, but also at the same time give them a reason to visit? What's the relevance to them? A reason to come and look at it, because it might provide them with value in terms of information, in terms of an ability to register for a course, for instance, tips that we may provide, or maybe a blog that will provide them with information that may help them in doing their jobs.
What would be 3 other benefits that came from the consulting session yesterday?
Well, the other benefits is kind of also have a better sense as to what you, Steve, can help us with as a small business, what are the services that you can provide. Have a better sense of what is available to us, because as a small organization, there's a lot of things that we would like to do, but don't necessarily have the time.
Right.
We're trying to be very focused on trying to attract customers, but there's many ways of doing that, and sometimes there is, for lack of a better word, there's a lot of back office work that needs to take place to be successful, and one of them is around this effort in terms of web presence, in terms of ensuring that we reach out with the right customers with AdWords, with the blog, and so on and so forth. And so allow me to put things in perspective and think, well, maybe, there's an opportunity here for partnership.
Like you said before, like this would be beneficial for small businesses. If you had to, would you recommend me specifically, Steve Bao,
Mm-hmm.
and this consulting sessions to other small business owners or companies like yourself? And if so, why?
Well, I would definitely encourage anyone that is thinking down those lines in terms of improving a web presence, in terms of leveraging the internet for their business, to have a conversation with you. My conversation was, I felt, very fruitful. The conversation, what I liked about it was not, one of those, sales pitch. It was really a conversation, a consulting service in some ways, where you provided your know-how and thoughts about how things could be done. So, and that really prompted a lot of thoughts on my part. So I think I would definitely encourage anyone that any small business that wants to do something on the web to have that conversation. Now, do your services fit their needs? That's a different issue, but it's an opportunity for them to discover that and try to trigger some thoughts. And I think that you can definitely act as a catalyst there. At least, the half-hour session that we had actually lasted a little bit more than half hour, but was definitely provided a lot of thinking and thoughts and ideas. So to me, it was well spent time.
Good. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Yeah, is not really trying to, like sell you something, but I just want to share helpful information to small business owners. And okay, other than that, is there anything else you'd like to add that I didn't ask?
No, I think overall what was good about the meeting was that you didn't just come to the meeting for the discussion, but you did take the time, which I greatly appreciate. You did take the time to, look at our website, navigate a little bit, do a little bit of, a Google search to see what the competition was doing and how to get to our site. And so during our one-on-one consulting session, obviously you had some insights. You were prepared and you were able to bring value. So that was very helpful to me.
All right, thank you for that. And okay, that's it for my questions. Now, Jean-Pierre, about yourself a little bit. What does Global Trade Academy do specifically, and what do you do for them?
Global Trade Academy is a specialized training organization that prides itself in having some pretty expert faculty members that provide training services in the arena of international trade. It is very pointed. It is very, in some ways, very technical. It is not the basic, how to do business, how to do import-export. It's more complex than that. It trains people to enhance their career, and it trains employees to provide more value to their organization. And so we try to focus on issues and topics that pertain to anyone that is moving goods across borders. What do I do for the Global Trade Academy? My responsibility is around business development, trying ways to expand and grow our business in different channels and different segments. And so I try to find and discover ideas that will allow us to reach those customers so that we can share with them our message, and hopefully they can come to us and register for training and enhance their careers and provide value to their organizations.